All right. Can we give a round of applause for Leanne, the Career Services Department, for amazing work that they do. So again, thank you for the intro. My name is Curtis Cox, founder of Curtis Careers, and we're going to dive deep into this topic this evening. So please, take notes. Periodically, we're going to, do some Q&A, so ask some questions, because this is for you to understand what it means to not only build a brand, but build a career brand specifically. And just from the title, future proofing, and like unpacking what that means, right? So about Curtis Careers, we started off as a regular career coaching business. We resume writing, LinkedIn workshop development, but now we've evolved to a platform, an ecosystem. We have a membership community. We do events, particularly in the tech space, healthcare, education, fintech, finance. So we tackle multiple industries, education, but also under the framework of technology, because as we all know, technology really impacts everything that we do in our given lives, right? And our mission is simple: empowering people with meaningful careers to build confidence, strategy, and vision, right? That's important. So understanding who you are as an early career professional, what your outlook is on life, and how can you be impactful in any space that you're in. So as Leanne mentioned, this is a little bit about me. I've been in the education nonprofit space for over 20 years and studying different markets, particularly in the tech space, education, healthcare, nonprofits, just understanding market trends, understanding employer expectations, right? Understanding how professionals need to show up in the workplace, and understanding the value of your brand. And I feel like this topic tonight is super timely, because show of hands really quickly, who understands what a brand is overall? Like when you hear the word brand, you know what that is. Awesome. So really quickly, because I want to make this session very interactive, this is a dialogue, right? Yes, I'm a keynote, but this is an engaging experience, because I want you guys to walk away with a lot of value. So just really quickly, just yell out some brands that's familiar to you, that some of your favorite brands, just yell it out. You don't have to raise your hand.
Apple.
Right? Nike, Apple. Adidas. Any other brands? NASCAR. PlayStation. Do two more.
Capcom.
What was that? Capcom? Okay. Aloe? Okay, yeah. So when you hear these brands, it invokes a response. It invokes some emotion. It invokes a mindset. So as we tailor this to careers, when people think of you, what are they thinking about? That's the brand that you want to build, the reputation. And this is the reality of today's job market. It's very challenging, it's very difficult, but it's fast, it's evolving. Why? Because of AI. Who's heard of AI? Right? We all have heard of AI, right? But AI is transforming industries. Automation is redefining job roles, right? AI has become the new skill set, in other words. Who uses AI regularly, every day? Awesome. So you understand the speed and the sensation of AI. But as it relates to the job market now, employers are prioritizing AI, technologies, platforms, software. So for you, not only as a college student, but again, as an early career professional, what does that mean for you? Right? And the question is no longer what degree do you have? The real question is, are you ready for the future of work? Are you ready for it? So, since the job market has changed, so must your strategy. So the traditional ways of job searching have changed, right? It's no longer this old playbook of degree, apply, wait. It's no longer that. Now, the new playbook is skills, proof of work, visibility, and relationships. Skills, proof of work, visibility, and relationships. How many of you guys know how important it is to work on your skills overall? Right? Everybody should be raising their hand. Skills is very important. From who's heard of soft skills? Right? Who's heard of hard skills? Right? Technical skills. Who's heard of that? Right. So all of that encompasses in skills. What does proof of work mean? Who has a GitHub account? Right? Who has a LinkedIn? So proof of work is platforms, tools that you use to highlight the things you've done, right? A website, who has their own website? Great. So proof of work, visibility, right? How often are you connecting with people both digitally and in person? Who goes to networking events like periodically as a whole, networking events, especially in regards to your industry, the tech space, right? So that's important. So an event like this, you could kind of say is a workshop, but it's also a networking experience, right? I'm connecting with you, you connecting with me, you could connect with one another. It's networking, building relationships, visibility. But what's happening right now? AI is changing how work gets done across industries, across the board. From education space, nonprofit, finance, real estate, healthcare, even media communications, art, industry. Every industry is being touched by AI. And employers want people who can learn fast and adapt faster. This affinity for speed. Got to think quick, you got to move fast, you got to understand what you're doing. And if you don't know what you're doing, you have to adapt. You have to ask questions, you have to communicate. Because without communication, you can't build relationships. You have to talk. You have to express what you're thinking, how you feel, value, sharing. Because the bottom line is this: the market is not just rewarding credentials, it's rewarding evidence, adaptability, and relevance. How do you become relevant? You have to have the new playbook. You have to be, in this day and age, the biggest advocate for yourself. Now with AI and tech, there's a shift. We're entering an AI-powered workforce. AI-powered workforce, what does that mean? According to industry trends, AI tools are now integrated in daily work. So all of you guys raised your hand about using AI. Imagine using that during your work. You're getting tasks, responsibilities, and you have to use AI to support the work that you're doing. That's the real thing. You have to understand how AI works. You have to understand what's happening with the AI. You have to understand the results you're trying to get from using the AI. And with that, data is super important. Data is influencing nearly every business decision. So you have to be very good with data. You have to populate it. You have to place it in different platforms, different spaces. You have to understand what you're reading. You have to understand what you're sharing out. So daily tasks have changed. And what's cool and interesting is hybrid roles are becoming the norm. Hybrid in the sense like folks want to work from home and also work in the office. You have to be quick with, hey, I want to solve a problem. What's the problem? This is the problem. A, B, and C, and D. Okay, here's the solution. Employers are looking for people that want to give solutions. Teamwork, written communication, initiative, a strong work ethic. Again, technical skills, once again, needing AI skills, flexibility and adaptability, analytical thinking. These are very specific things employers are looking for right now. So I encourage you all, I would advise you all to work on these skill sets. Because like I mentioned earlier, these are a combination of soft skills, hard skills, interpersonal skills, people skills. And I get it. A lot of us are introverts. Who's an introvert? I'm an introvert, believe it or not. I am. Believe it or not, I am. I'm an introvert. And it took me a while to get to a space of confidence, get to a space of articulation, get to a space of healthy, proactive communication. I consider it's like a muscle. Working on those social skills is a social muscle. The more you work out, the more you work on it, the better you improve as a person. And the translation is, with all that being said, your resume, your LinkedIn, if your resume and your LinkedIn only lists duties, you are invisible. You are invisible. It's not just, oh, this is my experience, this is what I've done. It's, are you showing proof of work? Are you showing outcomes, ownership, skill application? You become memorable. You're posting things that you've worked on, you're adding it to your profile. Because the truth is with LinkedIn, really quickly, there's billions of people on LinkedIn. Billions. It's one of the most populated platforms on earth. Billions of people. They say one in every three individuals are on LinkedIn. One out of every three. That's crazy. That's a lot of people. So how do you stand out? How do you brand yourself? You do it by taking ownership of who you are and what you do. So what does this mean for you as job seekers? For job seekers, you have to be adaptable, be able to learn quickly as technology evolves. Because the truth is, you're not going to outpace technology. That's not the goal. That's the biggest mistake human beings do, in my opinion. We try to outpace technology. We can't. The goal is to understand the technology and use it to our advantage to build what? Our brand. I'm on LinkedIn every day for hours. Personally, for me, I'm on there every day, connecting with people, posting content, liking resources, sharing resources. Literally, I'm like on there almost 7 hours a day. Just connecting, reaching out to people, talking to people. Because it's a global platform. Why not use it? If I want to work at a well-known company, well, let's do this really quickly. Just yell out a company you would love to work for. It could be any company. Just yell it out. One company. Cisco. Google? Right. Any other company? AWS. I'll do a couple more. What's another company you love to work at? What was that? Apple. What was that? Meta. Right. We call those the FANGs. Most of those companies you called out were FANGs, the FANGs. Facebook, Google, Netflix, right? Cisco, Bloomberg. You know what's crazy about those companies that y'all shared? They're all on LinkedIn. All of them. And not only are they on LinkedIn, but people that work there are on LinkedIn. So logically, if I'm on LinkedIn, and these companies are on LinkedIn, and there's people that work there on LinkedIn, why would I not reach out to them? Hey, I see that you work there. I see your role is such and such. Would love to see if we can connect. I would love to learn about what you do. It's easy. That's a message. So I'm giving you like a real life practical strategy you could do like today, like right now on your phone. Some of you might be connected with some folks that already work there. Question is, are you reaching out to them? Are you leveraging, again, what we talked about before, relationships? Strategic thinkers, that's basically what you are. You're able to interpret information and make decisions. So that practical example that I gave you is a strategic thinker. I want to work at this company. I want to connect with people that are working there. How do I get in? That's a strategy. So you have to be strategic. Your degree and your networking skills get you in the door. But your skills and brand keep you in the room. So I gave you the first step. The first step, the networking skills, networking on LinkedIn. Okay, you're in the door. You got through the door. But how do you stay in there? Your skills and your brand. So when your friends, your colleagues, family, when they think about you, what's the first thing that they think about? You don't have to answer that. You could think about that for yourself. Just self-reflect on that really quickly. The rise of career branding. Who's heard of that phrase before? Career brand. Who's heard of that? Okay, good. I'm glad no one raised their hand. Because this is, it's similar. Similar, yeah. So the hope is that you guys walk away tonight with an ideal mindset shift. Like, I'm not only a student, I'm not only a professional, but I'm a brand. We yelled out companies, we yelled out different brands we like. So who are we as a brand? You are who you are as an individual, but you're a brand. One of the biggest mistakes students make, they only focus on getting a job. I get it. I gotta get a job, I wanna make money, I wanna work. But that is not the mindset you should have. That's not the mindset. The real strategy, like I said, is building the professional brand or career brand. Your career brand comes to these points. How people perceive your value. Because a lot of times when we are networking and we're looking for jobs, we're looking for people to give us some value. I need this, I want this, I need this. I need pizza. I got pizza. Okay, we're eating. Great. But think about, what are you giving back? What are you giving back? What's the value you're giving back? When you connect with people, what are you sharing with them? Are you giving them resources? Are you giving them insight? Are you connecting them with a colleague that you know that has a resource that person needs? In this digital world, everyone has a brand. Who's on Instagram? Everybody, right? What do we see on a regular basis? Content, people posting stuff. Various subject matters. It's part of a brand. So the question is, what are you posting? And if you're not posting, why? Because again, the folks that work at all these companies on LinkedIn, they have an Instagram, they have a social media account. What are they posting? What are they talking about? Are you supporting them? Are you following them? Are you reaching out? Are you paying attention? Are you shaping yours intentionally? That's the real question. Are you shaping your brand intentionally? And with that, you have to be a career storyteller or operations manager, executive. Rest assured, you're going to be doing a combination of things. It's not this cookie cut, like you're going to push a button. No, you're going to be not only pushing a lot of buttons, you're going to be pulling levers, you're going to be clicking, you're going to be doing talking, presentations, a lot of stuff, a lot of technology, a lot of data, collecting data, finance, like numbers, HR systems, operations, AI tool. These are the hybrid roles. It's no longer this one directional, right? So your career brand, it's not just a logo, it's your professional reputation, like I mentioned. Here's the brand formula: positioning, proof, and presence, both online and in person. your positioning, clear target role and niche. A lot of times people are just applying aimlessly. They see a company, they see a role, they like it, but is that your role? Is that the role that fits you? Projects, proof, results, metrics, portfolio, that's that is super important in this market. Gotta have a portfolio, proof of work, showcasing your talent. Because it shows that you have passion for it. How are you in technology and you don't have a website or GitHub or something that showcases your technical skills? Right? Everyone is doing that. Everyone is showcasing something. You gotta have it. You gotta showcase. You have to show employers, recruiters, what you're building. What are you building? LinkedIn presence, networking, digital visibility. Like, do you have an actual photo on your LinkedIn profile? Let's be honest, a lot of people don't. Because that also tells a story. That shows lack of confidence, lack of commitment, right? And then these are some self-reflecting questions for you guys to kind of consider. What do you do? What role are you growing into? Is it management? Is it operations? Is it technical? Are you on the front end? Are you on the back end? Do you want to be a manager? Do you want to lead people? Do you want your own team? It's a real question you gotta ask yourself. What value do you create? Because the value that you create, you have to solve the problems. How do you solve problems? How do you improve outcomes? These are important things. And like I mentioned, LinkedIn is one of the most powerful career networking tools, like I said before. It's your digital professional portfolio. It's your digital professional portfolio. And not only students use LinkedIn, everybody uses LinkedIn. From C-suite, CEOs, they're on there. They're literally on there. Everyone's on there. So if you're on there, the thought process for you moving forward is, how are you going to use it? Are you going to connect with me? Are you going to reach out to me? Say, Curtis, that was great. I want to learn. See, that's commitment. Or rather not me, somebody else. You're going to reach out to Leanne, you're going to reach out. Who are you going to reach out to? Maybe you already have a connection with someone on LinkedIn that you haven't connected with yet, that you should have. But you're kind of, I don't know. The go-getters, they connect, they reach out, they build. They're conversing. Skills employers are prioritizing. Make a note of this as well. The skills that employers are prioritizing. Because when you get into the door, when you get to the job, you get to the workplace, they're going to evaluate you on these different areas, these specific areas. Like I said, data is super, super important. No matter what role you're in, no matter what job you get, data is maximum importance. Problem solving, communication, adaptability, once again, learning, evolving with technology. These skills are becoming multiple career multipliers. So once you start a role and you have these skill sets, the expectation is you're going to get to the next level. Like your level 1, time period passed, let's say less than a year, you're going to get to level 2. And then level 3, level 4, blah, 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 and beyond. And then, again, this is across all industries. Because again, AI technology is changing everything. So I want to give you guys 5 strategies. 5 strategies. This is the first strategy. This is what counts as the proof of work. These are specifics that you could put on your resume, you can put on your LinkedIn, website, And here are some examples. Built a Tableau dashboard. Who's used Tableau before? Awesome. If you haven't used it, use it. A lot of companies have that expectation that you know what Tableau is and you know how to use it. Who uses Zapier? Who's heard of Zapier? Get familiar with Zapier. GitHub, that's a non-negotiable in my opinion, especially if you're in the tech space. That's a non-negotiable. Everybody should have a GitHub or a website or a portfolio page that showcases your work. Gotta have something. Notion, who's heard of Notion? Awesome. So this is strategy 1, proof of work. Proof of work. All right, strategy number 2, this is more resume focused. Fix your resume for today's market. Tailor it for the role. Don't just send the same resume everywhere. That is the biggest cardinal sin. Everybody does that. I know it's taxing, it's time consuming, it's repetitive, but you have to tailor your resume for that specific role, especially if it's a role that you want. It becomes tedious, but you got to do it. Mirror the description. Use the employer's language. These are like classic tips, right? But it still is valuable today. Definitely add skills and tools in your section. Include relevant projects. And then the bullet formula, you want to use numbers, percentages. You don't want to just say, this was my job, this is what I did. You want to say, this is what I did specifically, these were the numbers, this is what happened, this is the result. So you want to be very specific in your bullet points. Oh yeah, cut out objective statements. That's like outdated resume like writing. No one really cares about objective. So if you have objective on your resume, get rid of it. No. Long paragraphs, get that out of there. Generic phrases like hard worker, please don't put that there at all. Okay? And then duties without impact. Like you're posting things that you did, but it doesn't relate to your industry, doesn't relate to the job that you're applying for. Like you may think it's valuable, but to the employer, it's like, no, that's not valuable. An example of a bullet point, develop a customer insights report in Excel that identified purchasing trends and supported a marketing recommendation. I like that. You know why? Because it's going to drive the interviewer to ask you a question about that. So create bullet points that creates questions. So when you add numbers and you add percentages, let's say to that bullet point example, interviewers like, wait, tell me more about that 80%. How did you do that? Now you got to go back to career storytelling time, right? So that's what you want to do. You don't want the reader of the resume to get bored. You don't want that. It's long-winded, it's a lot of jargon, but that fascinates me. Okay, you used Excel, you developed this report, purchasing trends. Okay, what are the purchasing trends? I want to know. The interviewer may ask, they may ask you that, right? So take that seriously. Take that bullet point example seriously. Strategy number 3. This is like my personal favorite because I'm a big advocate for LinkedIn. Headline formula. Well, even before we get there, look what it says. LinkedIn should help people find you, understand you, and trust you. right? I designed my LinkedIn to the point where I want people to find me. Who's Curtis Cox? Who is that guy? Who is that? So you want to create a LinkedIn that's so impactful, so like, okay, who is it? I've heard about this person. Who is that? And here's your headline form, because recruiters are on there. They're looking. Just as much as you're looking, they're looking too. So when they come on your profile, what are they seeing? So your headline formula, so this is like right under your name. What are you putting there? Target role, key strengths, tools, focus areas. You want to be as specific as possible, especially if you're trying to get into a niche in technology. If you're in cyber, you should be putting, it's a no-brainer. Cybersecurity should be in your headline. It's a no-brainer. If you want to be in fintech, you got to put that on your headline. You want to be in marketing, you got to put that on your headline. Why? Because when people are looking for the next generation of talent, they're doing keyword optimization and research. So they're looking for a marketer. They're looking for someone who wants to get into cyber. Oh, I put cybersecurity, yeah. So now they click on your profile. What are they going to read? What are they going to read? Here's an example. Aspiring data analysts, Excel, SQL, Tableau, turning data into clear business insights. I like that. Why? Because it's specific. It shows that you value data. So this is a data person. So hey, here's the game on data. If you're looking to be in the data analytics, gotta highlight the tools that you're doing. You have to highlight the tools that you're using that supports data. Gotta give examples. So this person used Excel, SQL, and Tableau. So people outside looking in on LinkedIn, they're like, oh, this person's serious. They're learning. Tableau, okay, they're learning. Okay. If you just put just aspiring data analyst by itself, it doesn't really capture anyone. But when you put specifics, specific tools, specific platforms, you kind of stand out a little bit more. The About section should do 4 things. Say who you are, say what you're building toward, show what you've done, and show what you care about solving. So this is, again, storytelling. And then practical LinkedIn moves, obviously, professional photo, that goes without saying. Customize your headline. We have an example here. Add 10 to 15 relevant skills. You'd be surprised how many people don't do that. They don't add skills. So I want to ask, because I've been talking a lot, what are some skills that you guys don't mind sharing right now that you say, you know what, I'm going to add this? Who wants to volunteer show? What skills are you going to add?
Problem analysis and solving problems.
That's good. I like that. Anybody else? What skills are you going to add? Could be technical. Could be soft skills. What skills? Anybody? Troubleshooting? Yeah. Any technical skills that you're thinking about? Even if you haven't mastered it yet, whatever that is, you go, you know what? I'm going to build on this technical skill. What's a technical skill?
Deep learning.
Deep learning?
I was thinking analytical skills.
Analytical skills, yeah. That's good. Post once a week about a project, lesson, or industry insight. That's an overlooked, underutilized feature. You'd be surprised at how many people don't post on LinkedIn. So if you're passionate about a certain career, if you're passionate about a certain field, why not post an article about it? Why not post something, let's say you saw on Instagram? I've seen that on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is becoming the new content creating space. Yes, it's a professional platform, but you'd be surprised at how many people post content on there. I post content on there regularly. Yes. Exactly. So at some point, you want to get into the habit of doing that. You know how many subscribers or subscriptions are being built on LinkedIn on a regular? I get invited to like 20 different newsletters a day. It's crazy how many people are producing content on there. So I love this quote. If your LinkedIn is empty, your brand is whispering in a loud room. If your LinkedIn is empty, your brand is whispering in a loud room. So all this noise is happening. You're like, hello, hello. No one's hearing you. No one's going to hear you. It's all loud. It's music. It's chaos. And you're like, please help. Hello? No one's going to hear you. Strategy number 4, stop applying cold only. Stop it. Weekly system, apply to 5 to 10 well-matched roles. Well-matched, stuff that you can actually potentially qualify for. Because what's happening in the market, everyone's just applying their resumes everywhere, just applying. They're not really putting much thought. They see a role, they see the company, gotta get that. But is it your role? Are you qualified? Reach out to 5 professionals or alumni. So like we talked about earlier, all the companies you guys named, those companies are on LinkedIn, and there's people that work there that are on LinkedIn. Why aren't you reaching out to them? If you can like and post and comment on Instagram at a fraction of a second, it doesn't take you but 2 minutes or 5 minutes to reach out to at least 3 to 5 professionals on LinkedIn and send them a quick message. All they can do is not respond. That's fine. That's part of it. Because remember, it's like billions of people on LinkedIn. Are you going to connect with 1 billion people? No. But 5? Maybe. If the message, if the outreach is compelling, if that person is driven, they may respond, hey, how you doing? Sure, we can set up a call. I'm available Monday too. Boom. Coffee chat, informational interview. Comment on 3 industry posts with actual insight. You'd be surprised at how many people don't do that. When you see stuff posted on LinkedIn, other social media platforms, don't just like it. Don't give it a heart emoji. Like, comment. Say, I appreciate what you said, especially this. Like a quick sentence. You'd be surprised. And then when they like it, then you can send them a message. That's the strategy. You comment and be honest and authentic, and they like it, then you send them a message. Hey, once again, thank you for posting that. Thank you for talking about that. Here's the sauce too. When you reach out, give them something. Give them an article. Give them like a post of something else. Hey, you should read this. This kind of relates to what you were talking about. Now you're getting them engaged. You'd be surprised how many people don't do that. So not only like and comment, but give them something. Give them some value. Best networking message is short, it's specific, it's respectful, focused on learning, not begging. So the key point is the learning. So you're giving them something to learn. Hey, I love what you post. Here's this that I read recently, or what do you think about this? Let me know what you think. Now you kind of give them the responsibility to respond back if they choose to. Then, now they hit you back, hey, thanks for sharing that. I like that. Now you have the conversation set up for a future dialogue. Here's an example. My name is Curtis. I'm exploring careers in data tech. Noticed your path from college into value 10, 15 minutes to learn what skills you helped you stand out early. Now I would send that like after initial back and forth, right? That's like what we call in sales the call to action. That's the call to action. Sometimes you'll send that immediately. Other times you want to send it down the road after initial exchange. Then you send them that. Hey, you try to seal the deal by getting the 15 minutes to learn, the 15-minute coffee chat conversation. I want to go back a little bit quickly. Online applications alone are a crowded highway with a traffic jam and no shoulder. So if you want to visualize the job market, everybody's like this. They're squeezed. It's like squeezed. And then it's loud. So you're trying, hey, but there's someone else louder than you next to you. You're screaming, this person's screaming. That's the job market. If you could visualize the job market in a room, everyone is bunched together, everyone's screaming. Hire me. You're like, no, hire me. But in that space, you're not building relationships. You're not talking to people. You're just screaming, just yelling. Networking works best when you ask for wisdom, not a miracle. It's powerful. Networking works best when you ask for wisdom and not a miracle. People like talking about themselves. Tell me more about you. What are you learning? I want to know. You'd be surprised at how many people don't get an opportunity to share that. Because to be honest, a lot of folks are not appreciated for what they do, even in the world of work. Now you come along, hey, can you share like some insight and some wisdom? I want to learn. Sure. Because I didn't get to do that at my job. You'd be surprised how many people I meet from high level positions. I reach out, hey, would love to learn how you got there. What did you do? How did you? Sure. Because that's kind of like an interview question for them. They like that because now they get to share their story. Because when you're at the top, you're the one giving orders. You're the one delegating. You're the one telling people. So now you get an opportunity for a person to share their story, and you really want to listen? That's the value you bring, being a good listener. So really take a note of this. Stop cold applying. Networking in this market is the new job application. Networking is the new job application. Really quickly, I want to ask a question. Because this strategy is super important. I can't stress this enough. What type of individuals are you guys going to consider reaching out to? Is it a manager? Is it a CEO? Just share really quickly. Show of hands. Who are you going to reach out to?
Usually managers. Oh, I also have CEOs and also supervisors.
That's good. Yeah. Okay.
I think higher positions, not sure, but like higher, like the CEO, especially if like they're like the startup founders or.
Yeah, that's good too. Here's what I would recommend too. Reach out to people that have roles that are not common. People operations manager, what is that? If you do research right now, you can use AI for this. You could ask Chat or Claude, give me the new up and coming like job titles that are out there that employers are taking seriously. So that's your prompt. and you'll be surprised what you get. Right? Director of culture, what is that? Marketing wizard. Really, that's a job title? It is. Look it up, marketing wizard. Expert of fun. That's actual job title. Expert of fun. What does that mean? But that means it's a role for team building and community development. Right? So you'd be surprised of these titles that are out there. And you research, it's like, wait, someone actually has that title. Yeah. Manager of fun activities. I've seen that before. Professional development professor. What? Professional development professor. What does that mean? Oh, they manage the in-house training for employees, professional development.
Chief entertainment officer.
Right. Right. So look up those titles, and you'd be surprised of companies kind of creating that culture of these fun, sometimes arguably some weird titles, but they take it seriously. Wait, you work there and that's your title? I want to learn more about you. I want to learn why you chose that path. Tell me more. Connect and follow up. So every person you connect with, you want to follow up. You want to build a relationship, like I said, that's part of the brand. If you don't have the ability to build relationships, your brand is not strong. I'm just going to be honest. For this market, the way the world is going, relationships matter. Number 5, build a 90-day career plan. So this is one of your takeaways also. So you could start today, day 1. Pick 1 or 2 target roles. You audit job descriptions. Definitely rewrite your resume. Upgrade your LinkedIn. Identify your top 3 skills gaps. So let's start with day 1 through 30. So share, volunteer really quickly, show of hands. What are some target roles you're going to pick? You know what? I'm going to study more in this role. So what are some target roles right now that you're thinking of, like, okay, I want to research this target. I want to research this role more. What role?
Cybersecurity analyst.
That's good.
UX designer, product designer.
Anybody else? What roles are you going to start studying more? What's that? UX researcher?
Business analyst.
Business analyst? Yeah. Anybody else? 1 or 2 roles, target roles you're going to study more? AI auditor. That's good. That's a big one. I like that. Let's get a little transparent. What are those skills gaps? Do you guys know what your skills gaps are? Who wants to share skills gap? I see you're like, eh. What's that? Communication? Okay. Skills gap? Certifications. Say again? Speak up. Okay. Fundamentals. Specifically what? Specifically what? What fundamentals? Okay. Basic knowledge. Yeah. Anybody else? Skills gap?
Communication and want to learn more about my technical skills.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Audit job descriptions, that basically means you're doing research on a job description and you're doing a comparative kind of analysis of other similar job descriptions. And you're taking notes on who they're looking for, what they need, right? What's the task? What are the tools that you're going to be using? And also, what are they expecting from you coming in? Like, you need to know Tableau, you need to know Notion, you need to know this, you need to know that. So that's what audit job descriptions, that's what that means. 31 to 60 days. Complete one visible project. One visible project. I would say do two if you can. Add it to your LinkedIn, your resume. Start informational conversations. I would say you got to start that informational conversation even in the 30-day plan. I would say you're doing like that a lot. Okay? Anybody have a project idea that they want to do, they want to work on? They don't mind sharing? Go.
Trade market sentiment analysis.
Okay, I like that. Anybody else, project?
A home lab, to download Server 2009 and practice Active Directory on it.
Nice. Anybody else, project?
Working on project, BI supervisor. Like, I would want to be the supervisor that's building Mr. BI, so knows employees and the team and recommend who's the best suitable for that particular job description or like the job. Within that really
Wow, I like that. That's all I had here. Oh, go.
GRC.
GRC project?
A website, an interactive website that matches my cybersecurity projects along with my personality.
Wow, I like that. No, share.
I had a question actually. Was it related specifically to like job listings for website?
No, it's not related to
To jobs? Like, is it specific to for like jobs?
It's not, it's about like organizing a team, like if you're a supervisor, you have like 5 people working for you, and then there are projects, so there are different projects, and there are people who work in different portfolios, so you want to choose the best person who suits particularly for that project, and with the AI, it's like based on their experience and their past work, choose the best person and how much it's going to take the time to complete those things. It's like really extracting for the supervisor to do all the things. Yeah.
Wow. Now, imagine you post that project on LinkedIn or your resume, and imagine you sharing that to the right person that gets you in the door of that opportunity. Because this is great. Sharing it here is wonderful because it helps you with your communication skills, your social skills, your confidence. But imagine you sharing your story, sharing that project with someone that's like, wow, I know somebody who did that. Similar. Now you have a conversation. Now you have something to work with. And in 61, 90 days, apply strategically, not randomly. At this point, you're already doing informational interviews, you're already connecting, networking events, so again, at this point, ideally, you want to have that social muscle, like really, like if you're benching 150, at this point, you should be at like 215, 210. Like it's seamless. Like, oh, you'll hit me up on LinkedIn. Curtis, I see that you know so-and-so at this company. Can you make an intro? I mean, you should be doing that day 1 to 30. Because again, the job market is super challenging, super competitive. That you have to have hunger and passion. That's part of your brand. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Momentum beats perfection every time. It's not about you being perfect. It's about, are you moving? Are you moving? So I would encourage everyone to take this plan on starting tonight. Like I said, everyone has phone. Like, ideally, I hope you have LinkedIn on your phone. If you don't, do it. Because you go to networking events, I promise you, they'll be, hey, let's connect on LinkedIn. You want to pull that up really quickly and just connect with them automatically. That's just the culture. So here's, again, in addition to the 90-day career plan, and of course we'll share the slide with you guys, of course. But here's the closing challenge. Closing challenge, before this week ends, commit to doing at least, I want you to do all 5. But baby steps, right? Do at least 3 out of these 5. And if we're already connected on LinkedIn, I'm definitely going to look at your profile. Hold you accountable. Hey, Curtis, thanks for connecting. It was a great meeting. Okay. I say, all right, he was at this thing. All right, let's look at your LinkedIn before the end of the week. Okay, did you update your profile? Did you update your headline? Rewrite 2 resume bullet points using results and impact. Reach out to 1 professional or alum for a career conversation. Identify 1 skill gap connected to your target role. So if you have an ideal role, an ideal company, okay, what's that gap? What's the skills that I need to develop so I can really be marketable for that role? The sooner you identify your skill gaps, the quicker you're going to improve, and the quicker you're going to build on that momentum. Because once again, it's not about momentum. It's not about perfection. It's about momentum. Are you moving? Small actions build serious momentum. Even if you take 1 small step, you're still moving forward. Take another small step, moving forward, so on and so on. Eventually, I'm going to reach that wall. I'm going to make a pathway. What you do next matters more than what inspired you today. It's action, it's momentum. What you do next matters more than what inspired you today. I mean, shout outs to you guys for coming here. You were inspired. So, I gotta come to this session. Gotta learn what's going on. So that's good. The inspiration is important. But now it's what you do. It's what you do. They say closed mouths don't get fed. It's true. You have not because you ask not. Gotta ask questions. Because the truth is, people don't know you exist. So you want to make them understand not only that you exist, but you got a brand. And here's my brand. This is my brand. You want to be so compelling to people that they don't forget you, that they remember you when opportunities come. Because when opportunities come, they're like, oh yeah, I know Leanne. Yeah, she'd be great for this. Because your brand is so strong. The person's thinking about you periodically. Because they see the value you bring. That's a good brand. Like when we named the brands earlier that we know of, it's because we've had an experience with it and it's in our head. Whether it's Chipotle, whether it's Shake Shack, because I love food, I'm a foodie. So I remember those times where the food was great. I remember the restaurant, I remember the brand, but I also remember the food that's not so good. Bad reviews. You're not going there again. And you know what's funny? Like we talk about, don't go there, it's terrible. So you don't want that. That's the other side to branding, where you're so terrible in your work ethic that people don't work with that person. That person's terrible. They micromanage. Their ego, that's not good. Got to be personable. Got to have interpersonal skills. Got to have people skills. Because if you're a terrible person, you're not going to build relationships authentically. You're just not. That's just part of life. So use that relationship building, I would say, skill to your advantage. I use it all the time. I do. I love networking. I love talking to people. Because for me, I want them to know my brand, but I also want to know theirs. I want to see how we can align, how we can work together. That's how it works. The top people in business, Jeff Bezos, all these, Elon, they understand that. They build relationships. They're not building these things on their own. They got teams, they got people on the back end. They're not by themselves on a computer. No, they're working with people. They're working with people that also have brands and they have talent. So how do you fit into that? Are you going to put yourself in that room where it's like, I'm so valuable that you need me? But it's not, again, arrogance. It's confidence. It's humility. It's all those things. So I like giving away free stuff. So scan that. So in addition, I gave y'all homework. Scan that. This is your year-round career navigation checklist. This is going to keep you hopefully accountable to your career journey. Because it is a journey. This is a sprint. It's not a race, it's a sprint. You're going to pace yourself. There's a saying out there that says comparison is the thief of joy. So what you don't want to do is compare yourself, and it's easier said than done. We see people successful, they're making a lot of money, man, I want that. But when you start comparing yourself, you kind of lose track on your own goals, your own story, your own journey. Because that's their story, that's their journey. You got to focus on yours. So use this tool. It's a navigation. Okay, this is where I'm at in my career. This is what I'm doing. So pace yourself. Don't rush it. Just, okay, I'm doing this. I'm connecting with people on LinkedIn. Okay, I'm adding to my profile. I'm liking stuff on LinkedIn. I'm even posting stuff. Hey, you know what? I'm going to create a newsletter. I'm going to invite Curtis and Lee. Yeah, sure. Okay. You want to talk about this? You got this project, you got this passion. Talk about it. Express it. So scan that. Hope you did. Connect with us on LinkedIn. This is our networking group. We have 300 plus professionals in our LinkedIn group, Career Workplace. So scan that. Join the community. Participate. Reach out. Hey, I'm an aspiring data analyst. I want to get into data. Is there anybody here that I could talk to? And would love to connect with folks here. Thank you, Curtis. Great to be here. Visibility. They don't know you exist. So if you post in the group, this is one of many groups on LinkedIn. So I would encourage you to research groups on LinkedIn and join them.
GST alumni group, so and request.
See? Who here is in a professional organization? So you have women in cybersecurity, you have Datadog community, Color Stack, there's CodePath. So join a professional organization. Here's the sauce with that. When you join a professional organization, guess who's in there? Other people in the similar industry. And guess what? They're probably working at a company that you want to work at. So imagine you join a professional organization, right? And you see someone who is they're head of such and such at Google. That's valuable. I want to talk to that. I want to talk to you. You work at Google, you're head of this, I want to do that too. And you got that connection from joining a professional organization. And here's the thing about professional organizations. A lot of these organizations have student memberships that are very cost effective. It's like a Netflix bill. It's like $20 a month for some of these organizations. Now, granted, some of these organizations are pricey, but it's worth the investment. It's worth the investment. What, if it's like $150 a year? Okay, I can invest in that. Because this is my future I'm talking, this is my career. So if I can spend $20 on Chipotle every day, I can invest at least something, especially for my career, where I could make more money and buy more Chipotle because I joined this professional. So it's a mindset, right? So join our group, scan it. We'd love to have you. Network in there as much as possible. Got a lot of great people in that space, career workplace. I'm giving you an ebook. Look at that. It's free. Scan that. The True You. This is all, if you don't remember nothing else, you still don't know what your brand is. You still don't know what you want to do. You're still not sure. You're still, Scan that. Understand the true you. Because once you understand the true you, you understand what your brand is. Now you can build on that, on top of that. Maybe you have an idea of what your brand is. Maybe you need to strengthen it a little bit, give it a boost. Read that. Understand what your values are. Understand what you bring. This is also going to hold you accountable. So scan that, that's free, as a thank you for being a part of our community at Curtis Careers. We are a career development ecosystem. Oh, we got more? Yes. We built an app. We just launched this app 4 months ago. This is an AI-powered resume analyzer and career roadmap builder. So you need help figuring out, okay, I want to get into this career. I'm not sure what type of jobs to apply for. Not sure where to go. Use this tool. And it's free for students. It's free for college students. You can use it for free for 1 full year with a college email. So if you have hopefully you have a Turo.edu, this is yours for free for a year. I want my resume analyzed. I want to see what the skills gaps are. I want to see what type of roles I could apply for. I want to know what my 2 to 5 year outlook looks like in this industry. I want a quarterly action plan. I want like specific steps to work on my career. This tool will give you that. So this is your resume. We are building what we call career intelligence. Our goal is to be the world's #1 brand when it comes to career intelligence, technology. How do we use technology to help people leverage their careers? You want to use AI? So the world's like, yeah, AI. Oh, you want to throw technology? Okay, cool. We're going to use the technology to help people. We're going to build stuff. Okay, you taught us how to spin the wheel. We're going to take the wheel and we're going to put it on this thing called an app or a car. We're going to take what the world is giving and we're going to use it for good. We're going to help people. We're going to build a tool. That's what we're doing. So career intelligence, the technology, the scope of how career development is shaping. We need to help people understand what that means. This is the first step. So we launched this 4 months ago. It's unique and revolutionary. That's the vision behind your resume, behind your career intelligence suite. So this is our flagship app that we just launched. So free for a year. Get access to analyze your resume. You get a roadmap. You get all this cool stuff. LinkedIn Optimizer. If you want to know how to put a LinkedIn headline together, we give you that too. Oh, you need to work on a cover letter, generate that? We give you that too. You want help rewriting your resume? We'll give you that too. It's all there. That's me. That's my LinkedIn. Scan that if we're not connected. Thank you for your time. Check us out, curtiscareers.com. Check out our app, yourresume.com. Thank you guys so much.